I think that if your goal is to have as many lucid dreams as possible, then you should be using one of these apps. So what apps exactly am I talking about? Well, we'll reveal that in a moment. Now, first of all, I just want to apologize for any background noise. There is some construction going on right next door to me and it is very, very loud. I have got my microphone turned down, so hopefully too much of that won't be picked up. But if it is and it's annoying, I do apologize. Next, I just want to remind you guys that these videos are sponsored by you guys. So if you like lucid dreaming and you want a complete book with everything that you need to know about lucid dreaming to level up your experience, or if you just enjoy these videos and want to support the channel, then you can check out my book, The Lucid Dream Book, at the link in the top right hand corner or in the description down below. But anyway, let's get to the matter at hand. There is a kind of app that I think every lucid dreamer should have. And it might not be what you think. So you might be thinking about lucid dreaming dedicated apps. There are these dedicated apps for lucid dreaming, primarily for keeping your dream journal in. And while I do think a dream journal app of some kind is essential and you should have one, whether it be one of those or just a regular journaling app, that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm talking about task management or to-do list apps. Essentially any sort of app where you can put in a bunch of tasks that you need to get done and have a nice list where you're able to check things off as you go and, maybe schedule things for certain days or certain times, maybe get reminders and all of that. I think in the long run, one of these is just as important as your dream journal if you're interested in lucid dreaming. So why is that? Well, at the end of the day, if you want to have a consistent lucid dreaming experience where you get steady and consistent results over the long run, then you also need a consistent lucid dreaming practice. You need to be performing certain habits on a regular basis, day in, day out. And while it is certainly possible to keep all of these habits on the go without any sort of productivity app to keep things in track, it's certainly a lot easier if you have one. And it allows you to be more consistent as well, because the fact is, over time, motivation is going to wane. You're going to have different things distracting you that might make you forget certain things. And sometimes life can be a bit hectic. But if you have an app where you track all of the things that you need to get done each day, then it's going to allow you to stay consistent even throughout the different fluctuations of things going on in your life. Also, with a lot of these apps, you'll be able to sort of go back and see when you have been keeping up with these habits. And that way you'll be able to analyze trends as well, because you might notice that, hey, this last month I've been doing really well. I've been having way more lucid dreams than usual. And then when you go back through your habit tracking or to-do list app, you discover, oh, hey, this is the month that I started getting consistent with my dream journal, or this is the month that I started practicing this new technique. These are things that you might not have kept such close track of if you weren't actually using an app that automatically tracked this for you. Which leads me to a big question that I'm sure some of you watching this video are thinking about right now. What app should I even use? And to be honest, I can't give you a definitive answer because I believe that when it comes to our productivity habits, everyone is very, very different. We might all have certain things in common, but we each have our own way of doing things that works the best for us. So one person is going to do best with an app that is literally just one simple to-do list. They fill it out before bed and then throughout the next day they tick off those boxes. While another person is going to want an app that is much more in-depth, that allows them to schedule recurring tasks each day, that allows you to have reminders, that allows you to color code different tasks and so on. What you need is down to you and what suits you the best. For me personally, I'm now using an app called Obsidian. And if you've been paying close attention in my recent videos, you might know that that's also the app that I use for my dream journaling. Obsidian is just a note-taking, text-based app, but you can install lots of plugins that add different features to it. So I actually use Obsidian as my day-to-day journal, but I also use it as my task tracking app where I have my to-do lists of the things that I need to get done each day. I also use it as my dream journal. I use it for note-taking. I use it for keeping information on like games that I'm playing, on books that I read. I use this app for everything. It's like my second brain at this point. But I recognize that this Obsidian approach that I've taken is probably going to be too overwhelming for a lot of people because it's not really designed to be good at those things out of the box. You have to install a bunch of plugins and then you have to set it up to work the way that you want it to work. Once you've got it set up, it is fantastic. But for the average person, I would just recommend a simple to-do list app of some kind. Now, for a long time, I used this app called Todoist. Not to-do list, but Todoist. And the great thing about that app is I actually have a video about how I use it from like 8 years ago that I found the other day that you guys can actually check out if you're interested in trying that one out. And no, this isn't sponsored or anything, and I presume there are probably even better apps out there. It just happened to be the one that I was using for quite a long time. So if you do decide to get your hands on one of these apps, how exactly should you use it? Well, it really depends on what your goals are, because I personally think you should be using that to track all sorts of things in your life, like your workouts and your work projects, and just random little tasks that you want to get done and so on. But you might not want that. You might just want to focus on lucid dreaming. So the thing that you could start with is just putting a note to yourself to dream journal every single day. And if you wake up and you open up your to-do list app and you see, hey, there's this task that I need to dream journal today, and you haven't dream journaled, then make a point of going to your dream journal and writing something down so that you can check that task off, even if all you write down in your dream journal is, I didn't remember any dreams today. By engaging in this way, you're helping build this habit, and the app is just there to help keep you on course and make sure you're doing it every day. If said app allows you, set up the dream journal task to be an automatic recurring task every day. That way you don't have to remember to actually fill it out in your to-do list. It will just be there and it will just be recurring. But you can put all sorts of things in here. You can put your lucid dreaming techniques that you're planning to do. Schedule them for particular days so you know which technique you're doing on which day. You can schedule your daily meditation there. That's another thing that I think you should have in there every single day. You can even schedule things like watching some lucid dreaming videos to get some inspiration. Or maybe schedule putting on one of my guided meditation videos and listening to that before bed. The reason that these apps are so great is that when you tick something off on your to-do list, it gives you that little hit of dopamine that helps further entrench that habit in your brain. So it doesn't really matter if you would already remember to do these things. By having them there in your to-do list and checking them off, you're helping these habits solidify. And if you're like me, it will just feel rewarding getting to see your to-do list get checked off bit by bit as you go through it. And you can actually keep track of how much work you're doing towards lucid dreaming. You'll look at your to-do list and you'll go, okay, last week I did not do much and I didn't have much in the way of results. But this week I'm actually doing more, and I can see that because I can see that I've completed more tasks this week. This helps you quantify your progress over time. I hope you find this video helpful. Let me know what app you guys decide to use. Or maybe you go the old-fashioned route and you go for pen and paper. I find with the prevalence of recurring tasks and so on, I prefer to have an actual app. But if you want to go the pen and paper route and you find that more rewarding, then go for it. Let us know what you decide to pick down in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date when my new videos come out. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care and have some awesome lucid dreams.